Talk to me about Magic.
All right, so this is really fun. Just going back to cards. So recently a while ago, they announced the set that's coming out, Shadows over Innistrad. And recently there's been some spoilers, including the name of the next set. And I want to see where you think Magic's going with this. So I'm just going to go. So this set is called Shadows of Innistrad. Right. It's actually Return to the World of Innistrad, which is really cool. It's gothic horror, vampires.
They had this in an earlier set?
Yes, they were returning back to this world.
Like super old or like...
like relatively... I played it, and this is one of my... I love this set. Okay. So I'm glad they're coming back to it, because it's not medieval. Like I said, it's gothic horror, so like the people actually have like tri-coat hats and stuff. This is more like, I would say, like Brothers Grimm kind of.
But there are vampires.
Yeah, no, vampires, ghosts, like these are the main group. The vampires actually dress like, you can say Renaissance royalty clothes. That's how they dress and stuff. Like there's actually werewolves, so cards actually are double-sided, so they can flip and become a werewolf.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
That's cool. Oh, that's... weird.
But in this set, it's actually really...
How do you draw that out of your deck?
Well, if you're not sleeved, they actually give you cards where you check mark the name of the card, what it is. So when you play it, so it still has the back. It's really... Magic did a great job with this. But they're bringing back an old mechanic called Madness, which is a really cool mechanic involving pretty much you take advantage of discarding it. They're also bringing a new mechanic called Investigate, in which you make, the card will say investigate and put a number of clue tokens out on the field, in which you can pay to discard them in order to draw a card.
Huh.
The next set, and this will probably give away where I'm thinking going, is called Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, well, you said clue tokens, so I was already there.
So I'm really impressed that this Cthulhu set. What impresses me is because the set before would involve these creatures called the Eldrazi, which were the Elder Gods. They were creatures who were sealed long ago in between space and time, who released, and they're colorless because they're beyond the colored forms, and they have weird shapes and tentacles, and
your mind can't comprehend their colors.
But I felt like they probably did that, and like we sort of caught like literally what the Elder Gods were, like in terms of shape, but not like the spirit of Lovecraft. So this gothic horror set, which gothic horror is in the title. I think this set is gonna pull more of like the idea of the horror, the mystery that comes with the Lovecraftian.
And you're saying the Shadows over Innistrad is its own thing, and then the Eldritch thing is after that?
Well, the way it works is Magic, they release things in blocks, and each block, think of each block as a story, and then the block is two parts. The first part is Shadows of Innistrad, the second part is Eldritch Moon.
Cool.
So this is really interesting, because I'm like, are the Eldrazi going to come back, or are you just going to stick with the theme?
Do you think they would actually use Lovecraft names and stuff?
Well, they used Eldritch. Yeah, and I think this is definitely really interesting, because this is, like I said, gothic horror. Like, not only that, the zombies in this world are actually more like Frankenstein. Like, they're made from people sewing them together. So, like, this can be a lot of weird, interesting things. Like, outside the Investigate, Madness, and the title Eldritch, we don't have anything out of the spoilers, outside of one card saying that the vampires used to worship something dark and horrible. So I'm really curious to see where they go with this, and I hope they do more of the theme, like, because I think this is the perfect set to pull that theme off. And I just found it very funny after seeing the spoilers, because we just talked about Cthulhu Pandemic,
right? And
then all of a sudden this, because my brother came to me, he's like, "I'm making a deck with this new mechanic." I'm like, "What's the mechanic?" And I just looked at it, I'm like, "Okay, that's Lovecraft."
Yeah,
that was even before hearing Eldritch Moon. And then I'm like, "Matt, when you go to the pre-release, you need to bring a bag of tokens from Arkham Horror of the clue tokens. So whenever you put a clue token out, you literally use those and see if anyone realizes they're using Arkham Horror tokens."
That'll be good. It'll be a true test of character for true Magic fans.
I am worried that they don't overplay the Cthulhu in this. Like, I hope they do a nice job and then stop here.
Right. Which they probably will. I mean, usually
Magic usually does a good job, but
they hit and run. That's not.
Well, we don't want it to be like just Munchkin, where we just see Munchkin that's like Cthulhu this, like every.
Right. We want to see Munchkin Magic.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
And Magic Panic. And all right. Anyway,
Magic Star Trek.
These ideas are wonderful. Marketing departments are growing more impatient by the day. All right. When's that coming out?
Well, Shadows is April. I don't know when Eldritch is.